Okay, Jessica, I think I just want to put this out there. That I am not going to do so well in the thing today, with the guessing today, because I'm distracted because I got a new computer. So the computer is doing a thing with my phone right now, and I'm a little kind of like always a little kind of what's going on? Is this still happening? Is this still doing a thing right here? So if I am distracted, no, I am distracted, so my guessing will not be as good.
Oh.
So I'm just putting that out there. And now that I'm saying it, I feel like this is maybe the 7 stages of guessing wrong.
Oh.
Like 7 stages of grief. I have like the 7 stages of guessing wrong. And this is stage number 3, which is excuses.
Okay.
This is why I'm not doing so well.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was going to say maybe they say that sometimes if you're too concentrated on something, like if you're super uber focused on it, then you will have a harder time doing it. Like you just need to like let it go and kind of be in the flow.
Right.
And so maybe you'll be in more of a flow state because your mind will be elsewhere and you'll just sort of like
it'll
cuff
it'll pop into me. Right. Yes. Because I'm just like, I'm thinking about my phone. Oh no, of course he didn't do it. It was this person over here with the latch and the dog key.
Yeah.
I have no idea what a dog
latch
key
and
is.
dog key.
I'm in the flow state. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying stuff.
I love that.
Skeleton key, and like the dog is like,
I want to make that into a thing now.
A dog key. A dog key. Who's a good key? Yes, you are. Well, you're a good listener because you're listening to Cluedunnit.
Oh yes, hi, welcome to Cluedunnit. We make wild guesses about fake TV crimes
with no clues, context, and especially in my case, no accuracy.
Occasional accuracy.
There we go. Jessica has been more
days.
occasional than I have been lately, so she's been getting it right. I have not. Join us on our Patreon, patreon.com/Cluedunnit.
Lots of fun things happening there.
You get more votes in the next season poll. We have closed this season poll.
Great segue.
Thank you very much. We have closed the season poll, and one of the winners of this season poll was
Inspector Morse.
Surprise, surprise.
And we had already done an episode early on of Inspector Morse. I mean, how could we not? Endeavor is kind of our mascot show. Last time we watched season 6, episode 1 called Dead on Time. And I was looking around for what should we do? And I originally picked one episode and I started doing the research and
Pre-cheating.
Okay, sure.
That's another stage. Blame.
Yes.
So I have excuses and blame. Very closely related, but.
Yeah. So and then I was like, I should just go back and look at stuff from 6-1 and see what I can pull over. I saw this note at the top and I suddenly was like, oh my gosh, there are some things that we are going to have to look out for in this episode. And then I was like, why am I doing this episode? We should do this episode, which we are doing. We are doing series 8, episode 3. But here's the thing. Here's what I found, right? So Morse's unfortunate first name.
Morse's makes it sound as if there's multiple. You said Morse's, and it just made it sound like, I know it's possessive. It's a possessive S, but so now I'm like, they got into cloning? This is amazing.
So his unfortunate first name, which we know is Endeavor from the Endeavor show.
Unfortunate is such a judgy word. Why they gotta
this was a quote somebody said.
I know. I am accusing them of being judgy.
Yeah.
I think Endeavor's a cool first name.
I do too. But we know apparently, I can't remember. Anyway, it came about as a result of his father being obsessed with Captain Cook and his mother being a Quaker. And Inspector Thursday, played by Roger Allam in the Endeavor series, is the only character to date to call him by the name which wasn't revealed. This is the quote I am reading from my original notes. Wasn't revealed until the 31st episode, or the 12th novel, the 31st episode, which is Death Is Now My Neighbor, in which, coincidentally, Roger Allam had a guest role. And I was like, why are we not doing that episode? Now we can look out for both Roger Allam and the mentioning of his first name, Endeavor.
Perfect. That'll keep me distracted enough to where I might get it right.
Another flow state.
Jacob and Flo. Woo.
Yes, so I was super excited. I guess prior to this revelation, it was joked that his first name is Inspector. And it was mentioned that in his university days, Morse was known as Pagan, owing to his apparent lack of Christian name and his general dislike of religion.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. People are harsh.
People are harsh. My gosh. I thought middle schoolers were harsh. Let's be honest, though. That is definitely like, Endeavor was Cambridge or Oxford?
Oxford.
Oxford, of course. Wait a minute. Which one was the party school?
Oxford.
Yes, there you go. He has a little bit smart, a lot of problem with alcohol. Yeah, he went to Oxford. That's such a pagan because you don't believe in Christianity and because whatever it is. That's such a nerd put down. So that is absolutely an Oxford joke. Yes.
Yeah.
Good on it.
Yeah. Well, they weren't going to go for totally classist things with him. I think they weren't going to be total a-holes about the fact that he is he's middle class.
Are Quakers like automatically like not posh in London? Is that how that works?
Probably, but I mean, they're also very known for being kind of quiet and kind of stern. Because they don't.
Yes, very Spartan.
Spartan, yeah.
Well, except not Spartan because they're not warlike, but like very ascetic. Ascetic would be the right word for that.
Very quiet.
Very quiet. You know what? I will try being a Quaker too.
We're in a podcast.
This is Jacob in his flow state ASMR Quaker attitude. And I'm just going to be very calm and distracted. Can I be calm and distracted at the same time? I believe that I can. Let's listen along and find out together.
Jacob and Jessica do an ASMR segment, mystery ASMR.
Suddenly our polls are a lot more popular. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're watching out for Roger Allam, your TV crush.
Yeah.
Most like unique TV, like of all the people in the world to have a TV crush on, I think this might be the most uniquely Jessica.
It is. It's really weird. I admit it. It's just because when I realized who he was, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this guy on stage.
Yeah.
And it's so rare that I could say that about anybody I see on television.
And you've had his voice in your ear since like middle school for you.
Oh yeah, and that too. Well, I did want to, I broke down some other things in his bio because I was like, he's actually done a lot of stuff for nerds, all kinds of nerds.
Okay, hit us with the nerds.
Okay, so musical nerds will have enjoyed him as the first Inspector Javert in the original London production.
Check.
He was also in the London version of City of Angels. He played Stone. My favorite musical, really, of all time. Fantasy nerds will remember him for his role as Ilario Mopatis in Game of Thrones. That was the guy who was in Easteros and was a supporter of the Targaryens and brokered the deal of for Daenerys to marry Khal Drogo and like really puts him on the road.
I saw that you backed away from
on the road.
I saw you kind of backed away from it, but let's be clear, it was like human trafficking. Like they were, you were kind of like, oh, I don't want to say that he was selling her into slavery, but no, he kind of was. Like he was brokering a deal to like, whatever. We don't have to get into it. So fantasy nerds know him from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
What other nerds do we have here?
Also, comic book nerds will know him from The Sandman, from V for Vendetta, and Speed Racer.
I'm assuming that because he was in the film adaptations of these things.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think they actually used his likeness on the comics page. That would be great, though. Yeah. Suddenly see Roger Allam like running through all these different comic books.
So prestige film nerds will have seen him in The Queen, starring Dame Helen fucking Mirren as the Queen, and he plays the Queen's private secretary in that. And then other specifically theater nerds.
Straight theater nerds, yes. Forget about that musical nonsense. We are here for lines.
Yeah, yeah. And you can be gay and still like plays that are not musical or...
Sure, I don't know why you needed that disclaimer, but okay.
Everybody says straight plays, and then I guess other people are like, what? And it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I got you. Okay, I see the pun now.
He has been nominated 4 times for Olivier Awards for Best Actors, winning twice, once for Falstaff at Shakespeare's Globe, which went into theaters. You could have seen that on one of those.
It was filmed and shown, broadcast, yeah.
And then he has other extensive theater, including Arcadia, and art, which I already mentioned.
Right.
He also was in God of Carnage, which was
Oh,
another
wow.
play by the same playwright who did art. And
Another
also
great
in The
play.
Tempest. Yeah,
It's
so
almost
great.
as if they're talented.
Yeah, he is talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Jacob sitting in a quiet theater. Maybe there's a stagehand clinking on some lights, wrenching it, pulling it into focus a little bit. Just hear the space around you, curtains, the draped curtains, swaying side to side. The seats, just, the rustle of the velvet as you settle into the seat. And now I'm going to absolutely crush this guessing. Okay.
Okay, but just a reminder.
By the way, this is now I am in the fantasy section of the 7 stages of guessing wrong. Now I'm like bargaining, like this is going to make me get it right. So
Okay, well, just as a reminder, Roger Allam is a guest star. He's playing a character named Dennis Cornford, so he could have done it.
Oh no. Okay.
We'll find out.
Sure, we'll find out. All right.
So as a reminder, just
Yes,
from last time, we have John Thaw playing Inspector Morse.
Right. John Thaw.
So John Thaw, he died in 2002, and Series 8, it's weird. Series 8.
Okay, I looked this up.
Oh, okay.
I looked this up because you were talking to me about this a little bit, and I was like, what is up with Series 8?
Because so many of the episodes are like years apart from each other.
They are all years apart. They are all 1 year apart from each other. So it's only called Series 8 because that's how they packaged them for the DVD.
Oh.
They weren't actually part of a series. It was like they had stopped doing like 10 episodes or 6 episodes in a series, and they were like, okay, they're just basically doing TV movies at that point. So they did like a TV movie every year, and then when they gathered them together for the DVD, this is Series 8. But it wasn't actually a series. They were just made for TV movies.
Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. I do appreciate it. This episode came out in November 1997. They did another 2, probably in 98 and 99. Or 2000, and then he got esophageal cancer and died. He had been as we know, and we remember from the last episode talking about him, as probably everybody knows, he was a really heavy drinker, very much like his character, until 94 is when approximately he got sober, and then he was smoking multiple packs a day before.
Wow.
So it kind of wasn't a surprise with the esophageal cancer, but
still not great.
It's still absolutely not great. And the other thing is, he died at 60. He does not look 60, but that's that hard living, drinking, smoking that really, he started the show when he was 44.
60. Wow. Okay. Like that, he does not look.
And
44.
he had white hair
when
he was 44.
Okay. Let's take a step back here. We are also Californians.
Yeah.
We are American and Californian, which is just like you gotta look young forever. Whereas in Britain, it's just like, whatever. I'm 44. I'm like,
well, maybe then.
Basically, I should have been dead by now anyways. So here I am.
I think California has infected everybody, actually.
It's true.
Yeah. Everybody's doing the injections and
the tightening and everything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So something that we can look for in this episode,
Please, yes.
besides
Keep myself distracted.
and his name, the first time use of his name, is that John Thaw broke his foot in his teens, and the story is that he tripped while running for a school bus, and this left him with a slight limp that is noticeable in some scenes of Inspector Morse, and was written into the Endeavor character.
Right, Endeavor gets shot.
Yeah, he gets shot. So we can look for that in this episode to see if we see a limp. And then, we can't not talk about Kevin Whatley as D.S. Lewis, who is his bagman.
Oh, yes, please.
Morse's bagman. So fun thing about him that we can also look for is that despite him having a London actor training, he went to Central School of Speech. Oh, no. Speech and Drama. He still retained his strong Newcastle accent. And so this is very unusual for actors at that time. So we can look out for that to see if we recognize a Newcastle accent as opposed to...
Right, because I will recognize a Newcastle accent.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that guy's from Newcastle.
Yeah. Oh, and I also don't want to not mention Claire Holman, who plays Dr. Laura Hobson. She is in 5 episodes of Morse, And then she is the only other person other than Kevin Whatley who reprises her role in Inspector Lewis. She did 42 episodes of Inspector Lewis, continuing the same character.
I want to step in for a second here, and I want to give you props because maybe this is because we've done this show before, or meaning Inspector Morse before, but you've done really well with the name pronunciation today. So kudos.
Thank
well done.
you.
Well done.
Thanks.
That is another stage of around guessing. Yes, compliments. You're like flattery. Like maybe if I flatter the person or somebody.
It is?
I don't know. I'm making all this up. Which we're back to imagination with all this. So
I will have acceptance about your compliments. Thank you.
Now we are going into the compliment phase of ASMR, where we're just gonna say positive affirmations that I am observant, I am clever. I am smart. I can guess the criminal before knowing anything.
Oh my gosh.
I am worthwhile.
Okay. Another person that we should not forget and that I want you to also keep an eye out for.
Okay.
I know because I've done pre-cheating. It's not pre-cheating. I know this because I was looking at the cast.
You admit it.
I was looking at the cast of the episode and I was suddenly like, oh, okay. Let me back up.
Please.
Creator of the show. We've talked about him before. Colin Dexter. He wrote the novels.
Which is like a DJ name, Colin Dexter. It's like two first names. Colin Dexter here, spinning the great mystery hits.
Yeah, he identifies very much with Morse. The drinking, the academia, the music. He died in 1989, but he would frequently appear in episodes of the show. He was like hidden in the background as an extra some way,
right.
Like Hitchcock. He would have little cameos in every episode.
Disgruntled bar patron number 3.
Yes.
Horse better number 4.
Keep an eye out for him. I know where he appears. But
wait a minute. Hold on.
Because
when did he die?
He died in 2017.
Okay, I thought you said for a second that he died in like 1989. And I'm like, honey, if he died in 1989, he is not appearing in this episode.
Oh, yeah, no. I made a mistake there.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, 2017.
That is another stage of guessing, which is nitpicking and logic copying. So that is another stage of like excuses around guessing wrong.
Right. Thank you. So the actual creator of the TV show, not the novel writer, Kevin McBain, died in 1989, and he wrote and directed various episodes of Morse, but he died of Hodgkin's disease. So he lived to see the show awarded with different recognition, but died very early
so
on
he was
in the
the
show.
Novelist.
No, that's Colin Dexter. Kevin McBain, who died in 1989, was the creator of the show.
Oh, okay,
He's
got
it. So
Colin Dexter
showrunner. Colin Dexter appears in episodes throughout the years.
Yes.
All the series.
All the series, because again, as we said, he lived to 2017.
Yeah.
Great.
And a funny thing about this episode, too, Julian Mitchell wrote this episode in particular, and he wrote 10 episodes of Inspector Morse, and he also would appear as an extra in a number of episodes. Not this one, but he would appear as, like you said, man behind Morse in Chapter's bar, uncredited. Publican, uncredited. Dresser, uncredited. Doctor, uncredited.
Wouldn't it be very unfortunate if like your last name was uncredited? So like this is the famous actor Jim Uncredited as he appeared in
That's terrible.
in The Office. Like, no, I think you'd probably change your equity name at that point.
It would be something French. Uncredited.
Uncredited.
And then all of a sudden everyone's like, is that uncredited? No.
Uncredited. Uncredited. Yeah, uncredited. That's what I said. Oh, Americans.
I don't want to leave us talking about Julian Mitchell without mentioning, too, that he wrote a number of other TV shows and films, including probably the pinnacle of his career, the movie called Wild, about, guessed it, Oscar Wilde.
Oh, okay.
Starring Stephen Fry and a host of other prestige actors, Jude Law, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Speaking of somebody well-liked, actually, this is a great segue.
Am I somehow involved in this?
You are very well-liked, but also the director of this episode,
yes,
hold on to your heart for this. Okay, the director of this episode, his name is Charles Beeson. He died in 2021.
Oh.
And this is his only episode of Inspector Morse. And he must have moved to the US like shortly after this, because his career starts in the usual British 1990s way, directing EastEnders, Casualty, and The Bill.
Right.
And then in the early 2000s, all of a sudden his credits are Smallville, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, The
Oh my
Mentalist,
God.
Timeless, Wisdom of the Crowd, Supernatural.
He went like straight sci-fi thriller there. That's amazing.
Yeah. And then his final work was an episode of a 2021 show called Around the World in 80 Days, starring David Tennant. And it was on PBS.
Wow.
Here in the US, probably. Here's the hold on to your heart thing. So when he died, many people mourned him. I mean, all of these shows in Hollywood and in Britain. And his family shared a statement. He always went to work with a joke to share, a kind word to offer, and full of creative energy and joy. To us, he was a living testament that in an industry that sometimes prefers the loudest or the most competitive, you can be kind and gentle and humble in your work, and respect will always follow.
Aw,
Isn't that lovely?
that's so sweet. Yes.
Oh, but I haven't even told you what the log line.
I was gonna ask. That was literally gonna be the next question out of my mouth. What's the long line for the episode?
Okay. So again, it's called "Death Is Now My Neighbor," and
Which sounds like a New Order song.
Oh, yeah, it does kind of. The log line is: when the next door neighbor of a murdered woman is also killed, Morse suspects the first shooting may have been an error. Did I read that again? Because it's kind of confusing.
It's a little confusing, but I think I get it.
It's going to be obvious, but when the next door
If it was
neighbor,
obvious, I'd be guessing better, Jessica. It's never obvious.
Okay. Well,
that's anger. That's another stage. Okay. Next door neighbors, multiple. Well, we know there's going to be multiple body count on this one.
Do you want a little
recap me? I'm going to drop into my flow state. Jessica, give me the best ASMR. What we need to watch out for.
We are looking for Endeavor. The name of Endeavor. We're going to first be introduced to Endeavor. We are looking out for Roger Allam. We are going to be looking out for A Limp by John Thaw playing Inspector Morse. And we are looking out for writer Colin Dexter. And I sent you a photo of him. I texted it to you on your phone.
Oh no, which is attached to the computer, which I'm just going to say, oh my, you're setting me up for failure, Herd! That was in the flow state, now I'm out. Okay, let's go guess before something else happens. I really appreciate the fact that this episode also gets into the whole ASMR thing for us. It starts out very lovely and relaxed.
Oh yeah,
it's just a nice little bucolic morning,
right? It's very classy. It's laid back.
Only your classy murders here.
And yeah, this neighborhood seems to be pretty. Is it middle class?
It feels upper middle class. It feels suburban, which is saying something in Britain. You know what I mean? Like if it looks suburban in Britain, like the suburbs are everywhere in America, but they're not everywhere in Britain. So the fact that it's a suburban thing, I think it...
And I just don't know architecture well enough over there to be like, oh, that kind of house with
was
the
built
garage
in
and
XYZ.
all brick exterior means blah, blah, blah amount of money. And these people are this wealthy or whatever.
Yeah. But I will say that speaking of what things mean for money, they have milkmen delivering in this. What the heck?
That was so, yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
In 1997.
1997,
Milkmen.
they have milkmen delivered. Like that, I had to look it up.
Yeah? What did you find out?
Up to 30% of milk was still delivered by milkmen in the 90s in Britain.
30%?
That's what I mean. That seems like, okay, yes, only 30%. That's still 1/3 of milk getting delivered daily. That's amazing. 1/3 in the 90s?
Yeah, wow.
So I don't know about that. The other thing I'll say about this is the milk gets delivered by this tiny little truck. Do you know what that tiny little truck is called?
No.
It's called a milk float. It's a tiny electrical truck.
It's electric?
It's electric.
In 97, they had an electric truck.
I don't know what to tell you.
I did notice, but it just didn't register because it's, 2025 and we're surrounded by people with electric cars. But I did register that it had a nice purr to it. That's
Guess
like
so.
a golf cart purr.
Yes, it's like a golf cart. Yes, it would be a golf carty kind of thing.
Yes, which have been around for a while.
Yeah.
Not freeway driving, but
Delivering milk through neighborhoods, and the name on it, J.H. Brazier. J.H. Brazier was an actual farm, dairy rather. It was an actual dairy. So yeah, there you go. Who knew? Milk getting delivered into the night. And it makes me wonder though, like I'm wondering if this was like a story that he wrote that took place in an earlier time that they were updating for the 90s. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like Dick Francis wrote for decades.
yeah.
And he had characters.
So did Agatha Christie.
Exactly. Like they just wrote for decades. So these same characters lived across these decades. So I'm wondering like if this was a story that was originally set in like the 50s or the 60s and then maybe just like updated to the 90s for this today. Okay, so let's talk about what happens in this. So it opens up early morning, suburban Britain.
Back to your song.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
It's fine. And the milkman is making his rounds and delivering milk. And there is this demure hotsy-totsy lady picking up the milk. She's like...
I don't think she's hotsy-totsy. She's just a lady in a robe. I don't think she's like... She smiles at the neighbor and she has to bend over to get the milk, but that's not because she's trying to be hot.
Okay, there is a youngish lady in a white robe picking up milk.
And she goes outside her house.
She goes outside the front door and picks up the milk.
And as she's doing that, a man with a ponytail,
like 80s drug dealer man. He's got. I don't know if he has a pony. I couldn't quite tell if he had a ponytail or just long hair.
He's a very chiseled guy with a ponytail.
He is pretty chiseled. He's definitely got long hair. He's got that kind of long, curly 80s wavy man hair thing going on.
Yeah,
like it's not a tight perm, but it's got locks. This is a man who has locks of hair.
But it's definitely mullet-ish because if you looked at him from the front, it was like business in the front. It looked like a short haircut until you saw him from the profile and you were like, oh no, that's a big rat tail back there.
It is almost, it is. You know what it is? It's kind of like that whole like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon kind of look. You know what I mean? It's that kind of
97.
Okay. It's still it's that kind of look. Anyway, so he's getting into his car. He smiles and waves at his convertible.
And he has a metal briefcase, which is definitely sus. I feel like.
And they put a lot of weight on that. They show him putting that into his trunk, which is like it didn't look like it would fit in the trunk. But they show him putting it into the trunk. They make sure you notice that.
And I feel like in some movie we learned in the 90s that metal suitcases held drugs
or bombs. Drugs or bombs,
I thought they also would hold satellite phones as well.
You know what? I think you're probably thinking of the Steven Seagal movie Under Siege, where he has he has a satellite phone in his briefcase. Yes.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody's carrying around insurance information.
Yeah, no, there's no law briefs in that. Yeah. That is cocaine or a bomb in that briefcase.
Diamonds.
Maybe. Yes, maybe diamonds. You're right. Maybe illicit diamonds. So
illicit clock parts.
Well, we'll get to the clock parts. Maybe it is illicit clock parts.
Okay.
So he gets in his car. He adjusts his mirror so that he can watch. Rachel is her name, the neighbor. He can watch Rachel's ass as she bends over to pick up the milk.
Yeah.
And so he's a little bit of a skeevy guy. He drives off. There's another woman in the neighborhood who looks at him like, oh, you
She opens her doors at a similar time to get her milk as well.
Yes.
Sees him.
And is a little displeased with him, but then kind of like smiles at him.
For like a hot second.
Yeah, like a hot second. And then like smiles and waves at him and he goes off.
Yeah. And she is also wearing a white robe, although it is different.
So then you go on with the rest of the day. Rachel, who picked up
the rest of the day, just like the next 5-minute morning
as
the milk guy is going around the neighborhood.
Let's get ready with these women is basically what this is. Yeah. Get ready with me this morning.
Yeah.
So Rachel goes and she eats some cereal with the milk and the other woman winds a clock. Rachel puts her hair up. Then you cut to outdoors again. And this other neighbor woman, much older, a grandmotherly lady with gloves and a dustpan full of dust. I'm not sure, is this coal dust? Is
or
this like
from a fireplace?
Like soot, but it's black sooty kind of dust.
It feels coal-like, which also I was like, 1997?
What's happening? That's what I'm saying.
But she's putting it into the
She's putting it into a bin. She's putting it into a bin, and she sees in the distance this person,
between
this
the hedges,
figure in black.
like the next house over, kind of hedges.
A few houses down, whatever. But yes, through the hedges, she sees a person. They're obscured. They're wearing black. She looks at it a little confused. It's like, whatever, and goes back inside.
Yeah.
Then you go back inside to Rachel, and she...
By the way, everybody's listening to the news of the morning.
No, I think it's just Rachel. I think it's just Rachel's TV that she's watching. And we're just hearing her TV.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's...
Because I think the lady with the dustbin is also watching the news.
Okay, they're all watching the news. Wake up with Broughton.
Yeah, like
or
in New
something.
York, everybody watches 1 in the morning.
Okay.
To get the traffic report, the weather report, usually the weather report.
Well,
and
in the
to
90s
find out
they would, yeah.
No, when I lived in New York, we watched 1.
Okay.
And you would find out if the subways were, not working, if it rained or flooded or there was some sort of medical whatever.
Sure. You're just trying to delay my guess because I am so in the flow right now. I am grooving in the flow. I am higgledy, timey-wimey in the flow.
No,
Here we go.
Right. You're right.
Okay.
I took us off track. So lady
Rachel
sees...
puts on lipstick.
Okay.
And as she's putting on lipstick, they cut to a silhouette of her in her blind, and a shot rings out. A shot goes through the window. She is shot and killed. You see her hand.
We literally saw the body drop.
Yes.
Which is
100%.
a thing that we say in our boilerplate about
when
our show.
We make our guesses.
Is that we wait as soon as the body drops. And I was like, well, the body dropped. We're done.
We're done. Milk spills everywhere. Orange juice spills everywhere.
Yeah.
Tea doesn't spill everywhere because the cup of tea spills everywhere.
Yeah.
The tea in the pot stays in the pot. So good on that. But then she's dead. And that's where we're at.
Yes.
Heard, what have you got? What have you got?
Oh my gosh, Jacob. So I think this, I know we're supposed to think this, with this metal suitcase. It's just pointing to Batty and the rat tail also just, in the 90s would point to something suspect and questionable.
Or not. If it points to Mel Gibson. His hair, I mean. His hair says Mel Gibson, but his briefcase says drug dealer.
Well, his whole I don't know.
I mean,
he's Mel Gibson.
No, he's no Mel Gibson. And we're definitely supposed to think that he is not a great guy because you see him staring at this, being lecherous. Thank you. That's a great way to put it. Yes, we see him being lecherous.
Yeah. So, those are the suspects. I really don't think the lady in the dustbin is out there pulling out a gun from the garbage.
Jessica, I need you to open your mind to all the possibilities. I need you to see the world and the story. I need you to get to a higher level.
You forgot one moment.
Oh, I did. Yes. What?
Yeah, there is a shot.
I got so caught up in the milk delivery.
Yes. In this day and age, we would call it a drone shot. I don't know how they got it, but it's of the neighborhood, and you see the different garages and the different houses in the neighborhood in the cul-de-sac.
Yes. Well, that figures in. Okay, I'm just going to go in with my guess because that figures in to my guess.
Okay, go for it.
Well, because the garage doors, there are 3 different types of garage doors. One is this kind of wooden parquet one, and then there's another one that's blue, and then there's 2 that are green. This is my joke guess. Just bear with me here. My first joke guess would be that there is an overzealous HOA administrator who is just that blue garage door doesn't fit in. It has to be green like everybody else. You're not doing it. I'm going to kill you because you haven't came in with the HOA rules. So that's not actually what it's going to be, but I think everybody wants to put the HOA person as the villain. So for all of you who want the HOA guy to be the villain, go for it. You can go with that guess. But my other guess is I totally okay. So let's talk about the log line for a little bit.
HOA
Say self-hating
over here,
HOA.
Jacob.
Yes, I was the HOA president for a while. I was also every other position on the HOA board because nobody wants to be involved in an HOA. In any event, the log line is so this woman gets killed. So we know that Rachel is, or we believe Inspector Morse believes that Rachel is the first person who's killed. We believe that she might have been a mistake because the neighbor was the actual person who was supposed to get
from the
killed.
Log line. That's what we think. Right. And I thought it was supposed to be the guy. And so I was waiting for somebody to take out our man in a convertible.
Right. But if it was a mistake, why would they, if they were gunning for this, for a guy, why would it be
these 2 ladies in white robes with dark, they both have dark hair.
Yes.
One is shorter.
Yeah, Rachel has a kind of bob, which is very hairspray.
No, Rachel doesn't have a bob. The other lady,
yes,
we don't know
you're
her
right.
name,
I'm sorry.
has
We don't
a bob.
know. Yes,
Rachel has sort of long curly hair that she puts into a ponytail.
Yes.
And then she has the little fringy thing up front, which was big. It still is, actually. So
what I'm saying,
go
here's the thing. So I don't think that he was supposed to have been shot.
Okay.
But I do think that I think that woman with the short hair, I think that woman is his wife. So I think that he is, I'm going to say, okay, he is involved in betting. He's like skimming money from the local dog racetrack.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I think is going on. He's skimming money, and somebody in the organized crime wanted to send him a message and was originally supposed to kill his wife, but instead ended up killing the neighbor.
Okay. I originally thought that this was a man, that the next door neighbor was a man. Next door neighbor of a murdered woman is also killed. But now I'm thinking about it, and Rachel doesn't have see-through blinds. The light inside her house
Right, you
is
see her
creating a
silhouette.
silhouette onto these. I don't know what you call these blinds. They're opaque, though.
Yeah, they're just they're the blinds that you draw down. So.
They're translucent.
No, they're pretty opaque.
Sort of like a cyc.
Yeah.
You can see through the.
Anyway. No, they're not a scrim. In any event, please go on.
Yeah. But, she puts her hair back, and she's got kind of the same ponytail that he has. And so I wonder if it is actually supposed to be a mistake between her and
that, because we just talked about his long locks in the back.
Yeah. And it is, he has had a curly ponytail, and she also has a curly ponytail. I mean, she's not, I wouldn't say that the rest of her is
manly
or the same, same kind of square shoulders that he, maybe as tall. But it's hard to say.
The rest of her silhouette is not like his silhouette.
Yeah, but I'm just going to go for that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because that is where I thought this was going originally.
Go with androgyny.
Yeah. So I think that somebody was trying to kill him. They kill her accidentally. I agree with this log line. And
I'm so glad you agree with the log line. It's pretty clear.
I'm agreeing with Morse's suspicions that there was a shooting in error. And I think it is motivated by, I'm going to say diamonds.
Diamond. So it was a diamond thief, a diamond cartel who killed him.
Yeah, I think he's a diamond cartel, and I think he sometimes hides his diamonds in the clock of the lady
who's winding the clock.
Yeah, and I think that he actually lives there.
That's
with that lady.
That's what I mean. I think that's his wife. Yeah.
Yeah, not Rachel, but
right, but the other lady.
But the other lady. And yeah, he hides them in the clock. And so she winds it because she hasn't been able to wind it because the diamonds have been in there. And so it's been locked maybe. And he finally put the key out, or he's like, oh, here's the key. And she was like, oh, thank you. And
in the clock.
I'll wind the clock. I'll put that on time. And he puts the diamonds in his briefcase, and he's going to go, and he's supposed to be killed for having done this. Now, if I turn out to be really crazy right,
But you still haven't said who actually did it. Was it the diamond smuggler, or?
I think that he was in a gang that stole diamonds, and he thought that he'd gotten rid of the gang, or they had all somehow perished, or were, went to jail. And so but then or maybe he thought that they all went to jail, but one of them just got out. And so he's like, I got to move the diamonds. They can't be on me anymore. And I gotta cash it in. Okay. And so I gotta move these. They can't be in the clock anymore. But before that happens, somebody kills Rachel, and then tries to kill him because they're like, where are the diamonds? You got to tell me. And you were a jerk. You didn't go down
do time
for this.
With us. Yeah,
you didn't do any time.
You left us to rot, and now we're coming for revenge.
And now you've got this nice
middle
class
house
and a convertible and the whole thing, and
I did hard time.
Yeah, exactly. I think that. So I think it's a jealous
ex-gang member.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's taking him out. And I was going to say, if I'm right about this, I don't know why, but did I ever tell you that? So my grandfather had a third marriage, and when I went to this wedding, did I talk about this in an episode before?
This is news to me.
When I went to the wedding, there were I don't know, my grandfather met a lot of interesting people, like all the time he met interesting people, but especially in Reno, probably.
By the way, I want to say that this is his third marriage in succession. This was not his third marriage at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I just want to put that out there. It's not like he had this was his third wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should actually ask my dad about all the interesting people that he met. But we were seated at the table, notably not with family, who knew that my parents wouldn't drink and have fun. So we were seated at this table with these interesting people, and one of them was a lawyer who represented a family of diamond thieves. And as he drank more that evening, he told us more of the story of the thieving and how they offered to pay. He was like, how are you going to get money to pay me for this? Because this isn't going to be cheap. I got to represent you.
Yeah.
There's all this stuff, that we got to do.
They
the
offered,
barrister, blah, blah, blah.
Please tell me they
They
offered to pay
him diamonds. And he was like, you're not supposed to.
Yes,
You're not supposed to have diamond. Oh, like.
Do you see how this might even subconsciously bias me against defending you? Can you see how this might not be your best
privilege,
move?
Right?
Yeah. All right, let's go to work, people. I mean, talk about breaking somebody out of their flow. So you definitely did not steal the diamonds, correct? Not at all.
No.
Wasn't anywhere near them. Great. How will you pay me? Well, we've got these diamonds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna watch the rest of this episode. I hope it is as entertaining. I'm sure that it will be as entertaining as that story, but you are gonna have to tell me more off mic on that one, Hurt.
And the fact that Roger Allam's character feels that she is a tramp or a dirty little tart.
He calls her all kinds of horrible names. Roger Allam, why you gotta do us like that?
Yeah.
You're catching us mid-sentence talking about the fact that Roger Allam kills his wife.
He doesn't supposedly kill her. He goes after her. She goes down in a fight.
He pushes her down the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But Morse says that a student saw it and he's not culpable.
Yeah, I wrote notes about that too, that a student saw it, but it looked like he pushed her down the stairs. And he was trying
to push her and grab her, but I don't know if he was...
He was screaming that he wanted to kill her.
Yeah, that's true. He did. He did say that.
So what happens? This is a complicated episode. By the way, neither of us won. This is a
well, there are no half points.
There are no half points. You said that the neighbor that would be killed would be the guy. You were correct. Because of the ponytail. We got that part. We both got that part right.
Yeah,
well, he's got a ponytail. No, we were wrong about who was doing it. But this was, oh my God, when we get to the Christies, I cannot wait because this was a super mondo complicated episode.
Yeah. It was 90 minutes. So they got to squeeze it all in.
This may also have been the horniest Inspector Morse episode.
It really was. That was going to be my note.
Everybody was boning everybody else and wanted to get it on with everybody else, including
and that was
Morse.
Old news. It was so, and then in the end.
And it was all pervy old men. There was lots of, oh my gosh.
We were trying to figure out what the word, we don't even, it's dark in points.
It is very dark. But Roger Allam, Roger Allam is an Oxford Don up for Master of Lonsford. Is it Lonsford College? Some College. Anyways. Yeah. And he's up against this guy named Julian.
Lonsdale?
Whatever. Whatever. And the guy who's the current master is a real lech. Just a real lech.
No, you said it earlier on when we first met him. You were like, he is, I don't know that you said this, but I think you were intimating it that he's a chaos monster.
Oh,
he's just going to
He's throwing around chaos, which is not exactly correct because he doesn't want chaos. He had a plan the whole time to make sure that he could keep his position as master and to destroy Roger Allam. He had it out for Roger Allam because Roger Allam had slept with his wife years earlier. So he blackmailed Roger Allam's current wife into sleeping with him so that he would give Roger Allam the new masters. Only he then told Roger Allam's wife that he was just using her to wreck his marriage.
He's like, you could do this again if you want. And she was like, I don't want. And he's like, well, with that attitude, by the way, you'd have to do it. You could do it 1,000 times with me. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to vote for him after all.
Yeah.
And she's like, wait, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh no, I never was.
I just used you.
Yeah.
And it wrecks her. It
Well,
wrecks
I would
this
wreck
woman.
anybody.
Yes.
You make a decision like that, I feel like he sticks in the knife because he's like, you Americans,
you're so gullible.
gullible or naive or whatever.
But you know what? There are plays and there are shows where it's just like, oh my gosh, the politics here is just amazing. It's a viper's nest. It's yada, yada, yada,
Yeah.
all these things. But this was the first show that I've seen where I was just like, oh my God, the politics here is just off the chain.
And he's been sleeping with the other guy's wife all along. For like 20 years.
He's been sleeping with as many people as he can. The other guy's wife. The other guy's wife was sleeping with his physiotherapist who was in her 20s, the woman who gets shot originally.
Yeah.
And then, but so, like, everybody's sleeping with everybody for all these nefarious reasons. Roger appears to be the only one who's actually in love with his wife and wants to be faithful. He's like, yeah, slept with those people. Until he finds out that she cheated on him.
But she didn't. I feel like she didn't cheat on him. This is the stupid freaking thing.
You're right.
And then he comes around to realize, I mean, to say out loud, she did this because she loved me.
Yes.
She loved me so much. And so is it cheating when you're like, I mean, yes, but it's also, what do you call it when you're, what's the word, like the Latin word for like when the king wants to sleep with the woman on the wife on the first night of the marriage?
Like droit seigneur.
Yeah, it was kind of a little droit seigneur because he was trying to, she was sleeping with him in order, because he said he was going to give his vote to her husband. And so Roger, the husband, realizes that eventually, or says that out loud after she's fallen down the stairs, probably because he pushed her and she lost her balance.
At the very least, she was trying to escape from a man who was being physically violent and screaming that he wanted to kill her. So whether or not he pushed her down the stairs, he was pushing her and being violent and screaming that he was going to kill her.
And he was screaming that absolutely, and apparently, and then he says in the end, well, she loved me so much. This is so much sorrow. And you're like, yeah, it is, dude.
This is.
You're an adult. Think.
Fucking think. Yes. I always hate plot lines like this, where it's always just like, oh, I have to sleep with this person for the good of my husband, or, oh, I have to, you know what I mean? Like all of these things where it's just like, just fucking like, it always rests on someone saying, well, don't tell your husband that I ever told you this, or bad things will happen. It's blackmail. It's the whole, blackmail is at the center of this whole episode.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just want to be like, just fucking say something. Like, it's the secrets that kill you. And it's like, I don't know.
Literally secrets that kill you, because also the woman who ends up being the murderer behind it all was the one who was sleeping with the chaos monster Dawn in order to get her current husband yes. into the master's position. But the thing is that we find out she and her daughter changed their name after she found out that her original husband had been cheating on her. And so she shot him, put him on a boat with her daughter, and they and then they put the boat out to water and set it on fire with his body.
She got off because she confessed to an undercover cop, so it was deemed inadmissible evidence.
Yes.
So that's how she got out of it. So she changed her name, met this guy and this dean, and
yeah, and supposedly is happy or trying to get him I don't know. She is messed up in the head.
I mean, she's just getting drunk all the time.
Yeah, and the daughter's like, I don't want to be part of this, but
the mother's blackmailing her.
Yeah, she is.
She's like bullying. Sorry, not blackmailing, bullying. The mother is.
Oh, I don't like it when you bully me.
Oh, I'm not bullying you. I'm just convincing you. Oh,
yeah. So, that was dark.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All I can say is Flow State can suck it, because I wasn't anywhere near any of this.
Yeah,
so,
and the old lady who was
Jacob
supposedly
in his ASMR space, trying to be calm about the fact that he lost again.
We both lost.
We both lost, yes.
Also, by the way, did you spot Colin Dexter?
Oh, you know I did. I did. They were showing it. So there's a feast at the very end of this that they're going to have a vote for the next master at some saint's feast or something like that. And chants or he says a Latin grace.
Yeah.
And everybody stands, please be upstanding. Upstanding for grace is something like that. So they all stand up and this guy delivers grace. And yes, that is our man.
You looked at me, you were like, it was in that thing, right? It was in the feast. And I was like, yes. And then you said, oh, it was the vicar.
Yeah.
Like it was. He had lines this time.
Yes.
Usually, like I said, he's man behind Morse.
Man
in
behind
blah, blah,
Morse
blah.
in bar.
Or man on the sidewalk or on the bench or whatever.
I love that even Hobson knows that Morse doesn't pay for his own drinks.
That was hilarious.
That was great. So Morse gives Hobson a hard time throughout this whole episode. And you're like, what do you have against Hobson, Morse? And at the very end, she's just like, you want to go out for a beer? And she's like, do you want to take me out for a beer? And he's like, no. And she's like, oh, I forgot, you're Morse. Can I take you out for a beer? She knows that she's going to have to pay. And he doesn't because he's got his eyes set on this one of the other suspects.
Yeah.
Morse has had a tragic, especially in Endeavor, has had a tragic love life, the whole thing. Like he's confirmed, like he's never been married. He's never had a family. So are we meant to believe, and maybe we'll just have to watch the rest of these episodes, are we meant to believe that this woman might actually be a romantic partner for him? Like, does he have...
Oh my gosh,
does
Jacob.
he? I don't think I've seen him in Inspector Morse. I don't think I've actually seen him with a romantic partner.
No, that's the thing is that he's
He's
doesn't.
always alone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, are they like setting this up that maybe this is his romantic partner?
So she is in the next episode called The Wench is Dead.
Oh, no. They wouldn't. Would they? I mean, it's one thing killing her off, which, fine. But, like, they wouldn't call her the wench. Oh, well. Morse is just gonna be alone till the end.
Yeah, till the end. Forever. But he's going to have his car.
Let's talk about this car. Okay, this is a gorgeous 60s Jag. This is a beautiful Jag.
So beautiful when it comes into screen.
Oh my God, and it sounds lovely, and it's just, chef's kiss, bitchin' car, way to go.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Like this iconic, both iconic for Britain, both iconic for Morse, just amazing. But let's be honest, this is a 30-year-old car at this point in time. Morse is a bit of a lush.
Oh, yeah.
He drives it everywhere, and he's on a civil servant's salary. There's no way this car is looking that good. He has had this car. He has gotten into scrapes with this car. I'm just gonna take this corner a little bit too quickly coming home from the pub and scrape it on something.
Yeah.
There is no way Morse's car looks this good. Let's be honest.
My car, every single door has a puncture of some sort, and
Some
I
ding.
don't drink.
Yeah.
That's just me, like, backing up not very well because I don't, and hitting balustrades. And
Yeah. So there is.
why do they make them, by the way, why do they make those balustrades or ballards or whatever? Why do they make them door height? Like, if I'm backing up, I can't see them. I'm just going to back up into them.
I refuse to perjure myself.
Or you don't have to.
Yeah, I do. I do not have to say anything. Anything I can say may be used against me in the court of marriage. I'm just gonna la 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 la.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to say one thing though about one final car thing before we move on, and
Yeah.
I love this. I don't know what Jeff's car is. I thought it's a convertible. Clearly,
Yeah.
I thought it may have been like a Mitsubishi Eclipse, but it's not that. I don't know what it is. But Morse has this great line about it. He calls it a bulbous little vulgarity.
Oh my gosh.
I wrote that down because I was like, damn, a bulbous is the word that I love.
Yes,
That bulbous little vulgarity. I'm sorry, that is an epic slam. The next time anybody upsets me, I'm just gonna be like, what a bulbous little vulgarity. He is broken up about his name. He does not want to tell people his name.
Oh my gosh.
He gives his name to Della. He gives his name to her in the form of a riddle. For a crossword,
it's a crossword puzzle.
It's a crossword. It's a crossword.
Oh, is that called
puzzle
a riddle?
Clue.
It's a clue.
It's a clue. But like, because he can't tell her directly, and she figures it out, and he's like, yes, and he's so ashamed of it. He's so waiting for her
And Lewis, who's standing
right
behind.
there to like give him such grief about his name. It is deeply
He's like, you're
shameful
gonna laugh
for
at me,
him.
aren't you?
And
Go
then
ahead.
they don't
Why haven't
laugh.
you started laughing?
Yeah. And then like Lewis gives him like ribs him good naturedly. He's like, you poor sod.
But he is genuinely like kind of horrified.
He's
like,
deeply
oh,
ashamed.
your parents gave you that name?
Yes. I'm over here like, it doesn't seem like that bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm an American in 2025. Like anything goes for names now, but Endeavor
True.
doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, I agree with you. And when he explained
Although
the whole
maybe growing up in like the 50s when everyone else was named like Bill and John and Jim and you were named Endeavor.
But I did enjoy the explanation that his mother agreed to it because she was like, well, or he said Quaker names are like hope, patience, faith. And so, yeah, Endeavor. Like,
which was Captain Cook's ship.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, that's so cool. That totally makes sense.
I was like, yeah. Whatever, Endeavor, get over yourself. Maybe you would have had a wife and a family.
If you told people your name.
Yes, exactly.
Rumpelstiltskin. So shall we talk about Christie's?
Yes, please. Let's do it. I'm sorry. I think I have to give this all to Christie's. This is at least a 9 for me, if not 10.
Whoa.
This is everybody is doing all of the things in this episode. It's not that everybody's trying to kill these two people who get killed, but everybody is doing dodgy things. The only one who's not doing dodgy things is Roger Allam, and he loses his stuff and nearly kills his wife. Everybody is sleeping with everybody else. Everybody is complicit. Clixby is a chaos monster trying to destroy the two people who want his position.
Chaos monster doesn't even really. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right.
Now that I think about it, it doesn't even capture the nefarious.
He is a political backstabbing mastermind. Like Machiavellian.
He's never Machiavellian.
He is Machiavellian to the extreme. So I'll give this 9. I will give this 9 Christie's because, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I would say 9. I'm going to say 8.
Okay.
But there were a lot of people. I just wanted more twists. I just want more twists.
Fair enough. Okay.
For it to be like a 9 or a 10. That's me.
You didn't like the fact that she killed the wrong person? That wasn't twist enough for you?
I mean, that was there up front and in the log line too.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I didn't need to read the log line. If we hadn't have read the log line, then yeah, maybe I would have been like, oh. Except that Morse is so sure of it right off the bat. He's like, oh yeah, this murder was the wrong murder. This first one. Somebody else was supposed to be murdered.
Yeah.
This guy was supposed to be murdered. He knows it right off.
I get it. You wanted more twists. That's fine.
Yeah. I love that moment, those moments in Poirot when he has this knowledge and it's frustrating as heck because you're watching it and you're like, what did he just figure out? And then you have to wait for the big showdown when he like bullfights everybody in the room and is like, you did, Jacques, the blah, 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 blah. And then you were blah, 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 blah,
Your
blah,
French
blah.
accent is impeccable. I appreciate
My
Belgian accent. Yes, your Belgian accent is impeccable, as always heard.
No, that was terrible. But thank you. I just like those. I do like those kinds of moments where he knows something and you don't. It's frustrating, though, for sure.
Okay, Jessica. That's it. I don't know what stage of grief I'm at right now about getting all of these wrong, but I am going to try and get into a little flow state here for our little closing thing here. We're going to do a little flow state ASMR closing here. So, gentle listener, thanks for listening. Before you go,
be sure to follow and subscribe to the podcast and give us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Or just tell a mystery-loving friend about us. It can't be true crime all the time.
And you can get more Cluedunnit and join the discussion at Patreon. Join us at $5 and $10 a month levels.
You'll get raw footage, exclusive episodes, access to live shows, and more. Go to patreon.com/ClueDunnitPodcast.
Stay in touch. ClueDunnitPodcast at gmail.com or Instagram and Facebook at ClueDunnitPodcast.
So stay in the flow, and we'll see you next time.
This closing script is officially approved by the Totally Fake Podcasting Adjudication Board. Sleep well and sweet dreams.